What's up, everyone? It's your boy, the Stutter God, and I'm back with another video. Now, fair warning: if you hear any music or anything like that, that's just from my mom's room, so I can't really do anything about that. But regardless, let's get things started. I was gonna say let's get to this video, but yeah. Um, Today I'm going to talk about basically my ex-girlfriend because the shit she pulled is just mind blowing, right? So I'm gonna call her V. Alright, that's not her actual name, but her name does start with a V, so I'm just gonna call her V for short. So, anyways, I met V on Ubo, right? You know the app. You guys probably never heard of the app called Ubo, but yeah, I met her on this app called Ubo, right? So eventually we started talking. And after a while of doing that, we decided to get together, right? And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to any of y'all. I fucked up, alright? I fucked up. What happened was that in my other relationship, my ex, um, left me on red for months. So by that point, I was tripping, right? And it's been so long since I actually got in a relationship. I started to develop sort of like bad habits, right? So in the beginning, I cheated, right? I did, right? And it was terrible. I have no excuse for it. I have no excuse. It was terrible. I shouldn't have done it in the first place. And it was like, I should have been way smarter than that, right? So with that being said, obviously it affected her. And I took the time to learn from my actions and grow as a person, right? So I improved. Honestly, God improved my whole attitude and stuff like that, right? Tell me how a few months later, she's not going to cheat on me, not once, not twice, not even 3 times, but 4 separate times. 4 times she cheated on me. And guess what, bro? 2 of those times were with the same nigga. The same nigga. Like, bro, what happened was just fucking, astonishing, right? Because, mind you, at this point, I feel like I'm doing much better, right? Of course, it was not a perfect relationship. We had ups and downs, right? There was not a lot of communication, because I struggle with that while I'm in a relationship, right? But tell me how, when I cheated on her, right? No, tell me how, when she cheats on me, she's gonna use the excuse of, I didn't treat her right. That's her excuse. That's her fucking excuse. That I didn't treat her right. Right? And I ain't tripping. The first 2 times, I wasn't mad. Because I cheated on her. She cheated on me. So I can't be mad for her. I was upset. But I wasn't just going to leave her because she didn't leave me when I cheated on her. So I'm not going to be a fucking hypocrite. Right? So after those 2 times, right, we worked it out. But those 2 other times were fucking crazy. Let me tell you how it happened, right? So, apparently, she met this guy online that's just like her. Because this bitch was fucked up, right? She had all types of issues, right? It was fucking ridiculous, right? And of course, I was being supportive. I was doing the best I can of what she gave me, right? But she cheats on me, this guy who basically, I don't know, who felt the same way or some shit like that. I don't know. It's fucking crazy. And the most fucked up part is that when afterwards, when she done it, she She was honest to God thinking about leaving me for him. Honest to fucking God. At this point, I'm not gonna lie, I was a simp, right? Because at this point, I worked so hard and I invested so much that I genuinely wanted to work out because I loved her, right? And I know that when it started, I should have left. I know that, but by this point, I was blinded. I was really blinded at this point. It was fucking crazy. But yeah, she was thinking about leaving me for him. I don't fucking know. I really don't. And like, that's not even the worst part. So V, right? She suffers from depression and stuff, right? So at some point, she became suicidal. Well, she was always suicidal, you know. And suicide is a very serious thing. And if you have thoughts of committing suicide or anything related to that, please seek help, right? Please seek help. It is very serious. This is a very serious subject, right? So I'm not at all trying or going to downplay it, right? I'm not, because it's serious. There's no jokes I should make about suicide. There's nothing. You should not try to play around that sort of thing, right? But and just hear me out. Every time where I felt like leaving, she would so basically like trap me by saying she would kill herself or something like that. It was something close to that. It wasn't exactly it, but honestly, God had to stop her from killing herself like 3 times. Like, honest to God. And it got to the point where I was so fucking drained. I really was. And to let y'all know, I was not an angel in this relationship. You know, I had my own downfalls. You know, this wasn't one sided. I made some very, very bad mistakes, right? But what she did was even worse than that in my opinion, right? So before I continue about what happened next, right? Let me explain to y'all about something. So a while back, I had a friend on Facebook, right? Me and her talked, right? This is before I met my ex. So me and her talked, you know, we had a thing going on between us, right? And as such, when me and my ex got together, you know, when we got together and when I improved myself, I made sure not to fall back on those bad habits, right? So we were just friends. I'm gonna call her Ray. Okay, so me and Ray were just friends, right? So at some point, um, V convinced me that I should block Ray because she thinks that I should be the only girl that I should be the only yeah. She thinks that she should be the only girl I'm talking to. Like she should be the only female in my life, right? And I understand that. I did exactly that. But tell me how, after everything was said and done, right? Tell me how one day she's gonna call me. V's gonna call me, right? And she's gonna tell me her friend, who's a female, because V's basically like bisexual. So how you gonna tell me that her friend, who's a female, who I'm gonna call her, I'm gonna call her Ari, alright? So, Ari told V that she liked her, right? If V's gonna call me and be like, well, I don't know if I should say no or not. I don't know. Like, that's a little response. Ari asked if V liked her. Right? If Ari basically asked her out, and V's gonna say, I don't know. The disrespect I felt in that moment was astronomical, right? She was being a fucking idiot at this point, right? Because again, I made mistakes. I'm not an angel, right? But I improved myself. I worked hard to be better and learn from my mistakes, right? But V, she keeps on fucking up over and over again. And at this point, it felt like at this point, I was fucking mind blown about this shit. Like, I didn't know what else. I didn't know what else to believe. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. And then after I called her, and I told her, 'cause I snapped at her. I snapped at her, bro. I told her exactly how I feel. I do not regret a single word of it. I told her exactly how I feel. I told her on the phone that she was being a fucking dumbass. I told her all that. I cursed at her and all, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm not sorry. Not at all. And you know what? You know what the funny thing is? She agreed. Right? She knew that she fucked up. Yeah, the only reason she didn't admit, and the only reason she acted the way she did before, is because she was being stubborn, right? It really genuinely felt like the world evolved around V. It really genuinely felt like that. Like the world evolved around her in a relationship. It really did. Like, oh my god, I remember this one time where I liked a Facebook picture, right, of my friend or something like that. And she's gonna call, because, mind you, I didn't know what that meant in a relationship. Like, I had no clue. I had no fucking clue, right? Because I've been in relationships, but I never experienced that sort of thing. So I was clueless about that. But she's gonna call me, right? And she's gonna text me. And then, as we were talking about it, and I genuinely believe that she was she was making a big deal out of it. At that time, I had no idea why. So I was like, bro, you tripping, right? And then she's gonna bring up my family, like straight up. She's gonna bring my family into the mix, bro. I snapped. I definitely snapped, bro. I definitely felt like leaving her in that moment, bro. I really genuinely felt that. Like, if I wasn't so madly in love and being so fucking retarded, I would have left. I would have left. I should have left, but I didn't. Because like the fuckery that was going on was just ridiculous. Mind you, she cheated on me 4 times, and I only cheated on her twice in a relationship. I had so many opportunities to cheat on her for revenge. I was upset. I was hurt. I felt like shit. I genuinely felt like shit. I felt like I didn't matter anymore. I was struggling, but I never cheated on her. Never. Not after all the time she cheated on me, I never cheated on her again. I never. Not once. Right? Because I hate cheating now. I despise cheaters. I would never cheat again. Because that shit hurts. It really does. You don't know the feeling until you experienced it. I experienced it. Like, all my life, I'm never, ever cheating again. On anything I love. But, yeah. At the end of the day, we just decided to fucking break up with me. She didn't tell me why. No, she just left. She just broke up with me. We should be friends. I said, fuck that. I just blocked her. I had enough. I blocked her. I waited until I blocked her. I had this other thing on my phone I could still like talk to her with. So I waited to see if she changed her mind. She didn't. Because I was still simping at that point. I was still simping. But she didn't, so I blocked her again. And to be honest, I was really struggling with that. It was really hard for a long, long time. Because that was the most serious relationship I've been in a long time. And I really genuinely invested time and effort into making anything right. I genuinely did. I tried my hardest. I really did.
And while I saw that, this and this, and I did all that only to be for nothing. This fucking blew my mind. It really did. Oh, and I forgot. So fast forward, right? And then one day, well, this is after. This is like a while back. Is I had her, I essentially like had her as my friend on. Well, she added me. I accepted her friend request, right? So after, so I had her as an Instagram friend. I had her on Instagram, right? But we didn't really talk. I just had her there, right? She added me. I accepted, right? Because this is where around where I was in another relationship, right? And one day, see, I saw a post he made, right? And I commented, right? And at the end of the day, the only reason she broke up with me is because her mom told her so. But that's the only reason her mom broke up with me. Because her mom told her to. Like, really? Like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. You see, my family, they told me several times to break up with her. They told me several times. And I would look them for advice, but I never did what they told me when it came to breaking up with her. I never did that. It was definitely on and off. I never like took their advice to that. I should have. I really should have took their advice, but I didn't. But yeah, she let her friends get in the way in a relationship, and she let her parents get in the way of a relationship. And not only that, when she got together, she blocked me, right? So I messaged her on Facebook, right? Yeah, I didn't know she was in another relationship before she told me. I told her straight up that she was a hypocrite. Like straight up, she is and probably still is a hypocrite, right? I guarantee you, the relationship she was in probably is. I guarantee you that she's probably not even not a relationship no more. Cause she's just fucking toxic. She really is. She's just toxic. She's not ready for a relationship. She's really not. Like, she genuinely believed that I was a bum because I didn't have a job yet. Like, she genuinely believed that. Like, mind you, I don't have one yet, but I'm not a bum. Like, I know that I'm gonna get a job pretty soon, probably around my 19th birthday. Probably after I turn like 19 or maybe in the summer, if something happens, I'll get a job, right? I'm going to get a job. But the way that she like went about it was just fucking nuts. Like, she called me a bum several times. And the thing is too, she will call me names, but yet when I get angry and I call her names, it's my fault. Like, that's the type of mindset she was on. Like, she can curse at me all she wants, but as soon as I say something, I'm the asshole. Like, what? And when I wasn't in the mood, she would just think I'm cheating on her. Because that works. That's how it works. If I'm not in the mood, I'm cheating. Clearly. She was dumb as hell. She really was. She really was. And not only that, we did something together, right? We did something rated R, right? And afterwards, she's gonna tell me she's cheating on me. So she essentially used me, then told me the truth. Bro, I never felt so used in my entire fucking life. I never felt so used. I never felt so used. And then she's gonna tell me that she's not like that. Bro, you are. You just did it. How are you not like that? You are really like that. You are about that life. You're a whore. You're a cheater. You're a manipulated bitch. You're everything. Like, dead ass. It just blows my mind how people act these days. It really just blows my mind. And granted, I was not an angel, like I said several times, but these are just the things that really bothered me, right? And it probably will bother me for a while. Well, it's not bothering me no more, but I feel like I should share it to y'all. And I'm sharing this because if you ever find yourself in my shoes, just leave. Leave. Just leave. Because it's not worth it. It was never worth it to begin with. And I regret even meeting her. I really do. I regret ever meeting her. I wish it was never in my life. But she was. Fucking bitch. But anyways, guys. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it here. And I'm gonna see you guys next time. Peace.